Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general mini cross reading for June 2021. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting month. We are coming out of a Mercury retrograde. It should be stationing direct. I don't know if it was yesterday, so we're up to 1 degree. But in 2 days, we're going to have the Gemini new moon solar eclipse, and Mercury is going to be conjunct this 0 degrees. So, and Mercury is a ruler. It is a co-ruler of Gemini. The other sign that it rules is Virgo, and Gemini typically rules short distance travel. So you can think things like trains, buses, automobiles. It rules like your neighbors, your siblings, younger kids, grades from kindergarten up through 12th grade. And it's about like trips across town, just short distance trips. But Mercury also, because it is the ruler of that, that's what Gemini. So we're looking at things like messages, news, information coming in. This could even be like downloads of information. You know what I mean? Some important insights coming through. And so this is pretty interesting. I'm still wearing a mask, even though I'm vaccinated. Dry my lips out. And so we're going to, I'm just going to go ahead and pull some cards on this for you. I have with me the Radiant White deck. I make my own lip balm, by the way. That's an old tube. The Levita Sibilas, and you'll get an opportunity to formulate a question for the Golden Nostradamus. All right. And I will be posting up part 2 of my open reading for Europe here in the next few days. All right. So let me turn the camera around. I'm already sweating. Just for some reason the air conditioner just turned off when I didn't need it to. Here we go. Mini cross. First card down. I didn't have any cards drop out. But I just want to get one more good rifle on these. And here we go. The Sun card, right in the center. So, what do we know about the Sun? We know that the Sun might be this light that I have on. We know that the Sun is about warmth, light, and abundance. It is the most positive card in this particular deck. But the Sun also, interestingly, I'm digressing, I know, but some of the older tarot cards have figures of two children. So like the twins on this, okay? So what I'm picking up is that if you've been waiting on some news or information to come in, this is a yes, it will be coming in. The Sun also sheds light and allows you to see things. Okay, so what is the foundation of the reading? It is the Ten of Wands, the near or distant past, the Four of Swords. What is the unknown factor? Let me slide this down a bit. The Temperance. Oh, that's interesting. And finally, the near or distant future. Wow, it is the Magician. So some things for some of you, of course, will be moving for you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. I have 1 swords and 1 wand. So what this is saying to me is, maybe you've taken a break. Maybe you've been, we've all been kind of sort of taking a break in one way or another underneath the pandemic. But the Four of Swords is really about taking time out for yourself so that you can not only physically rest your body, but mentally rest your mind, right? It is stepping away from the hustle and the bustle. We see that here. Having, maybe a lot of things going on, carrying more than your own weight, taking on others' responsibilities, And so you really need a timeout. We do have this Temperance card here, which is a card of healing and reconciliation. And what I mean when I say reconciliation, it is about reconciling the desire, okay, nature versus the, what's the word that I'm looking for? The reconciling your wants, needs, and your desires with perhaps what you're thinking or what you are doing. Okay, here we have our Mercury card has shown up, and so I do kind of feel for some of you that you will begin to feel like yourself again. And in picking up this Magician energy, you're definitely going to be able to, what's the word, start fresh and anew. What do I have underneath the deck? I have the Seven of Pentacles, awaiting for the harvest to come in. Okay, man, I've been working like a Hebrew slave. I've been working like a dog. You know, I'm so tired. I need a break. You know, I really just want to rest my body and regather myself and my emotions, right? And you're going to get that opportunity. The 7 represents the idea of, it's a moment of contemplation and self-doubt, maybe even isolation, right? I've got these 6 things that I've already done over here, but I've got this 7th thing that I either want to add to this or, you know, I don't even know if I can do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to look at, these are really good cards, by the way. I want to see if there's any information about this, these 2 cards as they relate to these 3. Okay, it's going to be a pretty short reading for you guys because I don't see anything to be worried or upset about with this 4 of Swords here. I don't see anything about next to these cards with the 4 of Swords, but basically it's an indication. It indicates the realization of goals and implies that there is a focus on retreat and contemplation. So I think you've been working real hard. It implies a period of rest and recovery and meditation. It indicates that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There are changes to come, and you are to use these changes as a foundation stone for future plans. The shadow that has been over your life, and this is why the sun is here to radiate all over this. Whatever shadow you felt has been over your life, dark clouds, is moving away. You know, and although you may have to wait a little longer until the time is right for your desires and dreams to come to fruition, I say they're coming. All right. Now let me look at this 10 of Wands. 10s imply a completion. The situation has gotten as bad as it can get. A crisis point has been reached. Hold on, let me get back to my wands here. Here we go, the 10 of Wands. Now, there is one warning here. This card may indicate that you are not at peace with yourself and you are acting in a selfish and thoughtless manner. It indicates that a problem may soon be solved, although it can also mean that force and energy has been applied for selfish ends. It may be indicating that you may receive material rewards, but right now, spiritually, you're floundering. It tells you to regain inner peace. It tells that to regain your inner peace, you should try to be more generous to others, both emotionally and materially. It indicates a dark time in one's life, or the darkness before the dawn, when nothing seems to go as planned, leading to frustration and stress. So you are asked to be patient and tolerant and not to use your powers unwisely. It is indicative that you will overcome difficulties using tenacity and perseverance. It is essential that you come to terms with all aspects of your life. Now, oh no, there's no warning here. I thought that was a Fool card, but this is the Magician. So there's nothing here to be worried about. Basically, you know, it's just asking you to prepare yourself to be calm and strong in the face of unexpected events or situations so that you can deal with them accordingly. Now, I guess if I had to pull a Sibila card, it would be on this 10 of Wands. What is this struggle or this issue that you are dealing with at the moment? I do see that this will pass. Again, there are no cups here in the pip suit. It is wands, swords, and coins. So this tells me this is a mundane level, but there's something about whatever it is that you're going through that's really requiring all of your spiritual energy here. Okay? And so you should pay attention to that. Let's see here. I don't know if some of you have been trying to move. You've been wanting to move. And that's been a struggle for you. I do think if that is the case, you will get your opportunity to move. And then, of course, everything starts all over again, right? Superbia. Allegrezza al cuore. And the La Nemica. So the La Superbia kind of negates this card. And what this is telling me is that there's somebody around you who is really making life rather difficult for you at the moment. The Superbia card is one of the 2 lucky cards in the Sibila deck, and they can negate this one. And basically, the Superbia is somebody who's vain or proud or has a love of luxury. Maybe this is an ex. Sometimes this can be an ex that you're dealing with. You know, you've been trying to support their habit or do extra things for them or what have you, right? But it's really dragging you down. It's like, I can't do it anymore. The Allegrezza al cuore, what I will say is that if this is a situation in which this is somebody new that you are dealing with, okay, even though this card kind of gives you a bit of protection, these 2 cards together don't go together, because this says this is the happiness of the heart, right? So this promises good relationships. This actually is indicative of a marriage. This is like a marriage, a celebration of a marriage. But it's indicative of good business ventures, happiness and peace and all kinds of wonderful things. But here is this person who is really making it a drag, okay? And I think that's what you're dealing with. And it should be that you need to remove yourself from this person. If this is you doing this for somebody, doing this to somebody, then they're going to remove themselves. And I would advise them to remove themselves from you. Okay? And so, you know, this could be, the La Nemica is somebody who's just really going to, no matter what you do, you think it's a friend. You for all intents and purposes, you think this person is a friend, but they are not. They are really working against you and will continue to. So if you've been struggling with something, it's because somebody has been thwarting you. They're preventing your happiness. Okay? They could be greedy, wicked, particularly with this card. Somebody who has this idea of how life should be or how they should be living. If that makes any sense. Okay? I just think it's all too much. So, it's quite interesting. So wands, a cup, 1 cup, and a swords card. She's a queen of swords, this La Nemica. All right. Formulate 1 question for the Golden Nostradamus, and let's see what he has to say about this. I don't know if this might be like a contemplation of a divorce or something. So there could be one thing, once you think about it, you know, you're just going to be like, okay, it's time to do that now. So I think you've been waiting long enough. And so this will apply if you are same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the female in this, if it's a romantic situation. But if this is a business venture or just simply a friendship, there's somebody working against you. There's somebody that's secretly going behind your back and making things difficult for you. But the thing is that they're doing it on purpose. Okay, she is the known enemy. So this tells me that you know this person, right? Could be somebody that you hang out with a lot, right? Y'all always seem to have good times together, okay? But this person is not your friend. And she will eventually get around to stabbing you in the back and making life difficult for you. So I would suggest that you take a break from this person. I think here with the sun, it's going to shed light for you on why you've been struggling with a few things. You're gonna be able to see a few, and maybe that's why that Mercury going direct and going to be conjunct to this particular new moon solar eclipse. You're going to see what you haven't been seeing. All right. There it is. It's the cat. It's very clear. This card says, this is an ill-omened card that predicts betrayal. Or it must encourage you to reflect on trust you have undeservingly placed in someone or in a situation you believe to be safe. It may also predict unfaithfulness in love. Let me read this again. The card says, with sweet little words and a pleasant face, the traitor convinces and gains your good graces. An ill-omened card that predicts betrayal or must encourage you to reflect on trust you have undeservingly placed in someone or in a situation you believe to be safe. It may predict unfaithfulness in love. Here she is. It's a woman. It's somebody that you know. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio, for June 2021. I do hope those messages helped you. And until next time, namaste, be well, and stay safe.